And into the lead goes Sara Lindborg, takes the lead, 29.28 for Sweden, and we have a new leader just across the line there, Sara Lindborg of Sweden. So just looking at Lindborg was behind Ingsmar Dorte, and just putting Ingsmar Dorte had that very strong early pace. She, in terms of the overall situation up that first climb, 12 seconds behind Marit Bjoergen. So she gives us a really good guide to the race pace for those who started a little bit earlier. This is Ishida just slipping a little bit. Ishida, the Japanese racer who had a very, very good Asian Winter Games. 2 gold medals in Almaty, but of course this is a different examination that she's subjected herself to here. Ishida, 30 years of age, lives in Sapporo on the North Island. And the best she's ever been in World Cup, well, a 3rd place, 1 podium finish. That was in Trondheim 2 years ago, over 30 kilometers in classic style. So classic is very much her forte. And you can see there quite a big gap between Ingsmar Dorte and Ishida. Fessel coming up to try and challenge for that 2nd place, but in fact a little bit slower. .32 seconds for Fessel, and that's a big loss of time. When we started the race up, the first time she came up the climb, and Fessel was something like only 4 seconds behind Ingsmar Dorte, so you can see that the Swede has stayed very tough and strong. This is Rydqvist, you can see here in picture. Just a little bit more than 4 kilometers to go. Through the first 5 kilometers, Rydqvist was about 26 seconds behind Ingsmar Dorte, who's actually running ahead of her. Steyr and Skofterud. Skofterud catching on Steyr now. They started 30 seconds apart, and you can see Skofterud in the back there. Steyr, 44 seconds. Just want to have a little check on that to see the Steyr and Ingsmar Dorte were actually only about 5 seconds separated those two through the first 1,700 meters, so quite a difference. Shevchenko, who, well, this is probably, I would suggest, her optimum distance and style, 10 kilometers in classic style, but we've not seen that much from Shevchenko in terms of really competitive form this season. Hasn't been in the top 10 of any World Cup races. Big red letter day for her, though, a couple of years ago at the last World Championships, where she got the bronze medal, Shevchenko, in the 30-kilometer freestyle mass start. And here comes the lady who's really put the pace to the race here, and it's been a very, very good run. Wherever she finishes off here, this is the lady to keep your eye on now, because she is a guide to everybody else. Ida Ingsmar Dorte, 25 years of age, comes up to take the lead, and 37 seconds clear of Pirjo Muranen. I said second's best ever finish, by the way. That was in a sprint classic race in Canmore, the race before the Olympic Games last year. Čekaliva, who was some 17 seconds down up the first climb, but here, having come out of the stadium and up the hill for the second time of asking, just to tell you, through 5,000 meters now, Saarinen, who was ahead of Ingemar up the first climb, up at 1,700 meters, she had an advantage over the Swede of about 8 seconds. Going out of the stadium, Aino Kaisa Saarinen up through the stadium at 5 kilometers, extending that to 15 seconds. Nathanmäki was also some 4 seconds behind Ingemar, and so she's lost ground. Just shows you that the Swede, who is in the clubhouse in the lead, that's a really, really good result for her at the moment. Just having a look at the clubhouse at the moment, and it's Ingemar from Moranen, from Sara Lindborg, from Ragnhild Haga, from Malahova. But Malahova in 5th place, a full minute behind the Swede who leads. Kristoffersen now, just looking at Kristoffersen coming up here at 6 kilometers. Marit, not really a contender early on. She gave away 20 seconds in the first 1,700 meters, and by 5 kilometers, 51 seconds behind Marit Bjoergen. Marit Bjoergen now, who's gone through 5 kilometers. Bjoergen now, who's gone through 5 kilometers. As you see, Saarinen, and Bjoergen is 14 seconds faster than Saarinen. There's a kilometer between the two. Björgen's behind, but Bjoergen, who had 4 seconds advantage up the first climb over Saarinen, extending that to 14 seconds. And I can tell you, she's done exactly the same to Kowalczyk. Kowalczyk 7 seconds behind Bjoergen at 1,700 meters. Now at 5,000 meters, 12 seconds behind the Norwegian. Charlotte Kalla, and this will be interesting. If it's true to form, Kalla's going to have drifted from a 9-second deficit. Now, in terms of Saarinen, Kalla was some 5 seconds down. And you can see here that gap has really extended. And Kalla at 5 kilometers, well, she was an extraordinary, something like 30 seconds, and that's now extended to 35 seconds. So Kalla really being eclipsed here. Marit Bjoergen and Teresa Johaug, though. This is Bjoergen coming up now. Johaug, who was 34 seconds behind at 5 kilometers. That's at, get a comparison in a moment here with Bjoergen. And Björgen's now 15 seconds ahead of Saarinen. So in the last kilometer, she's taken another second out of the Finn. Longer, 39 seconds. Longer's given up another 3 to 4 seconds to Bjoergen. Bjoergen absolutely on the charge. And now Kowalczyk. Now Kowalczyk was 12 seconds down coming out and through the stadium at 5,000 meters. And now Kowalczyk trying to close up a deficit of 12 seconds to Bjoergen. So you can see the deficit is still there. 47. Now it's 10 seconds, 11 seconds, 12 seconds. Bjoergen extending again, 13.6. It's not a big loss for Kowalczyk, but it's another 1.3 seconds lost in the last kilometre. So Bjoergen, who's got this amazing record, unbeaten in the classic races. She's entered this season, and 6,000 metres done, and she's going further away from all her opposition. But look at that performance there from Ingemar, 30 seconds in fourth place there. I wonder whether this could be a lifetime best for her. Krista Latinmäki, 45 seconds back, but she is in good form. Skofterud, 55, little disappointing there. Muranen, best part of a minute. Marit has never got to grips with this. And Bjoergen it is. Well, this is a new World Cup course that they've developed here off this leisure trail. And Marit Bjoergen, 30 years of age, really enjoying herself. Remember, 2 golds, a silver and a bronze in the Olympic Games in Vancouver last year. And Ishida now. Now, I'll try and give you some sort of comparison between Ishida and Ingemar, if I can. Ishida, who was quite a way down. Ishida, well, at 6 kilometers, 52 seconds off the lead. About 22 seconds behind Ingemar, so not too bad. But interesting to see how much finish she's got in here, coming round towards the stadium complex now. A minute in which to get home. So Ishida, final push for home as she comes under the Craft Bridge now. And this has been a strong finish from Ishida. Really interesting design, little snake serpentine to bring her into the heart of the stadium here. And coming down this straight, and you can see it looks and it feels a really long way, but remember, at 6,000 meters she was 22 seconds behind the Swede, and now double poling, getting about halfway down here, and everybody getting excited, including Kjell-Erik, the station announcer. 10 seconds to get home for Ishida to take the lead here. Coming to it now, and 4-3, she's not going to quite do it. She's really eaten into the deficit, though. Well done to Ishida. A really, really gutsy effort here. And goes into second place, and she's cut 22 seconds down to 8. So a strong finish by the Japanese, the double gold medalist from the Asian Winter Games. Well done. Good effort. Ishida second, Niskanen third, Muranen fourth now, Skofterud. Skofterud was just about a second, well, no, she was about 3 seconds behind Ishida. Now, Skofterud on the right of your picture. On the left of your picture, that's Kristin Stormer-Styra, who started 30 seconds ahead of Skofterud. Skofterud punching it out here. Strong finish again. So she'd have something like 25 seconds to make up on Ingemar, and a minute to get home. That looks as if it's going to be too big an ask for her. But again, looking to cut into that 25-second deficit. Nicole Fessel. Well outside the time. This has not been an enjoyable run for her prior to the World Championships, and not exactly going to boost her confidence to find herself the best part of a minute behind. And just looking a little laboured there. Styra just staying ahead of Skofterud, which is actually quite